Hey everyone. Now on to the fourth episode of Voltron Legendary Defender's sixth season, The Colony. Maybe this was partially the reason for the previous episode's little break from the main plot, because this one kicks things back into high gear. Is very much a continuation of Razor's Edge in both major areas of the story, in fact. So to recap the ending to Razor's Edge, with Keith and Krolia's travels throughout the quantum abyss to figure out the unique strain of quintessence and whatnot. Within their point of view, their experiences, they actually spent about 2 years around there. While from the outside, aboard the Castle of Lions and stuff, it seemed like maybe just weeks or months at most. But at the end of that episode, they found an Altean. And I'll explain later, but they bring her back onto the Castle of Lions. Keith catches everyone up that Krolia is his mother. Unfortunately, it's during time when Lotor's syncline ships are now fully operational. The ships that he built using the same trans-reality comet ore as Voltron. And he and Alora journeyed into the original quintessence field through the anomaly on Dibazal. Because the big revelation is that Lotor is apparently not as caring and open-minded as he's let on. The Altean, Rommel, explains that she's actually several generations along in an Altean population that settled on a colony world thanks to Lotor finding and gathering as many Alteans as he could find who were off-world during Altea's original destruction. And their society thrived to the point that Lotor was revered by many as a savior, especially with the news that he would later on establish a second colony. Good news, they tested many of the citizens for suitability to travel and settle on that new world. Bad news, both colonies had to remain in isolation, both from wider space and each other, apparently in order to avoid detection by the Galra. Rommel remained skeptical, and with her sadness due to all of her close family and some of her friends making the journey. But when she found a crashed and severely weakened her brother, Bandor, she found proof that the colony is a lie. But unfortunately, Lotor came along to cover it up before she could present any proof. But when Keith and Krolia came by, eventually they were able to make the travels to what is supposedly the other colony, and found that the citizens have not been living there as their own society. They are basically just energy sources, which Lotor's been using to harvest their own bodily quintessence. So with that, the paladins and Koran realize his deviousness, even though he claims it's sacrificing thousands to save millions. There might be a bigger story there in a heroic or villainous light. We'll probably see soon. But it was still quite the chilling turn. And also, not to spoil the ending of this one too much, but the strange goings on with Shiro finally kick off, ending with Voltron once again formed and ready for battle. So, yeah. Whereas the previous one was just an okay, major break from the story, just them playing a game in their downtime. This is back into serious action sci-fi stuff. With that, I'll see you later to talk about episode 50. No, wait, sorry. At least in my schedule, it's episode 48. Sorry.